Don't fear the snake's venom. Fear the lies that he uses to get you within striking distance. Good evening, everybody. Hell's Unicorn here once again, and apparently the establishment GOP is up to their usual tricks. That's right, for all of you who are Massachusetts residents and members of the GOP, and particularly those of you who are going to be delegates representing Massachusetts in Florida at the Tampa Republican National Convention, you may have received an affidavit which you are supposed to sign affirming that you will be voting for the winner of the Massachusetts presidential primary, Mitt Romney. Now, the question for all of you is, what are you going to do upon receiving this steaming pile of BS? I'm going to tell you right now exactly what you're going to do. You're going to get on the phone and you're going to contact somebody well-versed in election law and in Massachusetts state law, and you are going to figure out if and why you are obligated to sign such a thing, because I have a feeling that no such affidavit has ever been sent in the history of Republican politics. Mostly because there's not a fly in the ointment that's gumming things up for the powers that be, so to speak. Doug Weed said a while back that just about every dirty trick is going to be pulled at some point or another, and this is one of the juiciest. Sending out an affidavit that will bind the consciences of people who plan to vote their consciences. For those of you that may be Massachusetts delegates, I say the following. If you are a person of faith, consider this. Throughout the scriptures, there are examples of governments going rogue and becoming lawless, and the prophets that were called in to speak truth unto power were under no obligation to bind their consciences or their wills to that government, nay, even the government of Israel itself. Leave us not forget particularly the case of Elijah, who was actually responsible for gathering up a flock of 3,000 faithful Israelites who had not bent the knee to Baal, and to go about and destroy all of the corrupt temples. Treat those lying, no-good pieces of garbage that concocted this little affidavit as you would a prophet of Baal if you were yourself a true believer in Israel. And if you are not a person of faith, simply disregard all of the allusions that I made to the Bible and just ask yourself this question. Do you really want to sign something that's going to bind yourself to the same pieces of garbage that gave us the current economic mess we're in and all the undeclared wars? Because I guarantee you the people running the Massachusetts GOP are intimately tied to the foreign policy of the neoconservatives. Definitely know your limits, but also know your rights. With prudence to myself and benevolence to all of you, good evening.